Hi everyone, just wanted to do a little bit of a how-to video on how I make my motor mounts for my park jets. So essentially a few things. I make them out of just old plastic gift cards. I know, lots of people now you can 3D print them if you have a 3D printer. I don't have one and probably never will. Or if you have a workshop, you can make them out of craft grade or hobby grade thin plywood. So anyway, I sort of had to come up with a way so I could do it right here in my workshop. So fortunately, my family, I like my coffee, so my family, and I'm a hard guy to buy for it, Christmas and birthdays. So people, I always get these fairly heavy-duty plastic gift cards. They're essentially like a credit card, but obviously with no printing on them. So I just, when they're done, I've had all the coffees I can get. I just keep them and recycle them. So I have this is a motor mount template. These are the ones that come if you buy pick up the plans for a NAMC plane, which I used to be part of. My partner Stefan designed these, so I've already cut a couple sets out, but you get 12 of these templates on a sheet of paper. So I'll have that link down below if you want to go and get this. It's essentially exactly like your standard RC Powers motor mount. It just has sort of the top, I guess, about a 1/4 of an inch cut off. Because with our designs we needed a bit of a lower profile motor mount. But anyway, I should also mention, if you don't, people don't give you gift cards, you can actually buy like 250 of them, I think, I found on Amazon for about $14. So that would be more motor mounts than I would ever need in my lifetime. But anyway, I'll have a link for that down below where I found that. So a few things. Once I cut them out, and I cut them out sort of like, one on top of each other. I've already cut one out here just for the video, so I can get one motor mount out of one card because I cut two pieces out and then I'm going to laminate them together. So I've already cut one piece out. The other things that I need here, I use this strong spray adhesive to spray the template onto the card and let that dry because I want this paper template to stay on the plastic until I'm all done. I don't really bother peeling it off. But that way I know where to drill the holes for the screws and all that sort of stuff. I like to make sure that I don't glue anything to my tabletop. I like to use some wax paper. There's no guarantee that the wax paper won't stick, but it's better than having it stick to your workbench or with using newspaper or something like that. It's like, because of the wax on it, it's much less likely to stick than newspaper. So I'll show you how I just cut out, and what the tool that I use. This is just like a pair of heavy-duty sort of kitchen shears. Again, I just picked these up at my favorite local hobby shop, the dollar store. So I'll just show you. To cut these two notches out in the side, which is what I need for about 90% of park jets. I just sort of cut in. And I would use a pair of heavy shears like this or heavy scissors. And because I got these from the dollar store, I'm not really too worried if they get a little bit of glue on them or whatever. Standard scissors like these ones, they're not really strong enough to cut the plastic. And then on this little piece here, the inside of the notch, I just sort of take my knife and just sort of give it a couple of cuts, and then it comes out nice and clean there. So we'll do that again. There we go. Alright, so there we go. So there we've got one template. So then what I do is I just take some sandpaper. I've got one cut out here already, so I can just show you. I just take some sandpaper, file, whatever. Just give it a good, give it a good scuff on the smooth side, that inside, just to rough it up so that it bonds better when I glue it. So I've already done that on this one, so we're good to go. So then what I do is I just take some super glue or crazy glue, depending on or CA, I guess. And I actually found this one. This works really well. I got this again at the dollar store somewhere, and it comes with a little brush in it, so it makes it a lot easier. So then I just brush on some super glue, making sure not to get it on my fingers if I can help it, so I don't glue the motor mount to my fingers. Okay. Just get a nice layer of super glue on there. Alright. Do that back up, and then just pop the other, rough side to rough side on there like that. Make sure the slots are lined up. I don't drill the holes in prior because I don't want to drill, try and line those holes up. And then once I've got everything all lined up, sometimes the card can get a little bent or whatever while you're cutting it. So what I do then is I just take it, again, wax paper underneath it, wax paper on top, and then I just put something on there to kind of weight it down. I'll probably put something a little heavier than that, but you get the idea. So I just sort of weight it down. So it the whole pattern fits these sort of X size motor mounts that come with a lot of the standard ParkJet motor mounts, but you can just double check. It doesn't always come out quite exactly the way the holes are, and these are the holes that even on these quad racing motors I put on the back. You have the option to drill. I don't normally drill out these, there's like 4 holes there. I don't normally bother drilling out those 4 holes. I will sort of drill out this big hole in the middle, and I find I just use, this is a 1/16 drill bit, which is a lot smaller than these holes here on the template. So I'd rather have the hole a little bit smaller that I drill through on the template. So yeah, so just kind of double check that before you drill any of the holes. You might need to mark it with a pencil or whatever. But yeah, so anyway, like I said, for me it's a great way to recycle things, and it's when you double up that plastic, it's really super strong, especially with super glue or CA in the middle there. So that works out really well. So yeah, so there's a simple, easy way that I can make these right here in my workshop. Don't need any real special tools, saws or anything like that. And because I don't have a 3D printer, I can make up. What I do is I'll collect up my gift cards. I've also got. I also have my family and friends, keeping their gift cards and their used gift cards and donating them to me as well. So luckily that keeps me in motor mounts, and it's a very inexpensive and easy way to make them. So like I said, please check out the comments, the video description down below. I'll have a link to this again, and a link to where I found a bunch of blank cards on Amazon. Also, I'll have a link if you do decide you want to experiment with quad motors on these standard, for RC Powers and many other designs. You'll need to pick up some of these X motor mounts to go onto the back of them. So I'll have a link to where I picked those up from down below. So there we go. I hope this little how-to video has been helpful to you to to make some inexpensive and easy to make ParkJet motor mounts from stuff that you might have just laying around. So thanks very much for watching. Blue skies, calm winds to everyone. ParkJet Noise, the other sound of freedom, baby. Take care.